Cool. Tweet. Damn it, where'd it go? Said my tweet was sent. Don't know where it went. Hello? Oh, there we go. Don't you hate it when stuff just doesn't want to fucking go? It's crazy. Alright. Upside, I don't have to wear headphones, so I'll take it. I will take it. Hope you enjoy the ASMR sound of that. Give this like 3 minutes and then I'm just gonna do the show. I need to make the September little calendar schedule thing to put up on Instagram and Twitter this weekend. I'm gonna make that make it tomorrow after work, put it up this weekend. I don't know if I should include like personal stuff because I'm gonna be on a lot in September. I got like a family thing, not this weekend, but next weekend. The following weekend, I'm doing a girls' weekend. Then after that, the following weekend, I'm going away to see one of my besties who lives kind of near Philly. And we're going to the Ren Fair. I'm very excited. And then the weekend after that, one of those days, I'm helping a friend at a convention that she's selling. It's like a convention type thing. She's selling earrings that she makes, so I'm going to help her. And then the weekend after that, I'm very busy this next month or so. But I'd like to get like interviews and stuff out, try and reach out. Also, next week is Enjoy's last show, which I'll talk about on the show. A little sad about it, but gotta get it. Gonna have to go. I need to get paid tomorrow to buy my ticket to go. But yeah, lots of crazy stuff's happening. Crazy shit's going down. Can't wait. And like, I'm not gonna wait to start the show. So here we go. Hello to all my guys, girls, gays, days, and everybody in between. Welcome to the She Lead Showcase. I am your host with the most, the shaman of She Lead, the hardest woman in podcasting, Miss Katie Kinsey Bay, and today I'm flying solo dolo once again. People need some time off. People need to recharge, and we're all about that here. So I said, take your time, do what you got to do. That's just me. Hi, hello. I hope you're all doing well. It also is a little later than usual going live. If you're watching live on twitch.tv/She Showcase, you go there, a little bit of monies, you subscribe, you do the things, Amazon Prime, free gaming sub, you can use it here. You know the vibes. You don't want to go to Twitch, perfectly understandable, you go to youtube.com/She Showcase. It is free. No money, cero dinero, free to like, to subscribe, to comment, to do all the things. So if you're watching live, you see that it's a later time, and things happen. But we're going to keep rolling with it. not like a ton of news and rumors. There's like bits and pieces of things that have kind of happened over the last week. One of the bigger ones, Ilya Dragunov is no longer with WWE. His contract expired and he is gone. He is free to go wherever he pleases, do whatever he does. Ilya Dragunov is so talented. He'll be fine wherever he chooses to go. So we love that. I hate that he's gone because I would have loved like another like US title run, like him and Mello, like all the cool shit, but it's okay. It's fine. It's all good. And I'm also going to be jumping around. I tried to go in order, but this week was hectic, so I'm doing what I can. There was the media call for All Innit Bruv today, or if not yesterday, and it was confirmed that Willow Nightingale has a broken hand, but she is still competing at All Innit Bruv on Sunday, which is good, but like, how broken is this hand? What is going on with the hands in wrestling? So Willow broke her hand, right? Bianca, who has had the finger issue for so long, announced that she has carpal tunnel in both her hands now. She can't even feel the messed up finger, and she said she has mom thumb, which that I don't know. It's just take my hands. Already smashed this one once. Like, there's no nerve damage. You can just take this one, ladies. It's fine. So it's just crazy. Obviously, wishing both of them like speedy recoveries and stuff like that, especially like carpal tunnel in both hands and breaking your hand. It's craziness. It's true insanity. Shinsuke Nakamura's tag team partner has finally been announced. It is Hiromu Takahashi, now being known as Kyoki in WWE. People, of course, in an uproar about the name because they always are, and that's all it takes. But he's still the same wrestler. The name is just slightly different. I don't know why they chose Kyoki. But hey, whatever you gotta do, and I understand. I did do that. I like I said, I jumped around, so I gotta go through here. Okay. For those who are unaware, I have been to an indie promotion in Pittsburgh called Enjoy Wrestling. I've gone a handful of times over the past few years. It was like my, I don't want to say like first indie wrestling experience, because I think that probably happened when I was in Vegas 5 years ago for SummerSlam, and I got to see Versus. But experience it in Pittsburgh is so fun. It's in an old church, and people are so nice and so chill. They are very LGBTQ plus friendly. They have Planned Parenthood as sponsors for shows. Next week, next Saturday, September 5th, is their 5-year anniversary show. And they announced yesterday on social media that they will be closing their doors for good. And it breaks my heart. They had a show a few years ago. It might have been 2 years ago, if not 3, at a bigger venue. They were able to get like one of a concert venue that I have gone to many times, and that's where I got to see Tyler Breeze wrestle. Like, they bring in like these bigger names, like the Singh brothers were there at the last show. Butcher and Blade are going to be at this show, and Amazing Red is going to be at this show. And there are so many cool people who have gone through there. Sonny Kiss is a part of Enjoy, and Darius Carter, and like TME, and all of these cool people. Like Sue Young was there. It sucks that they're shutting their doors. I mean, they explained it very well in their note on social media. kind of the process and as to why they're doing this. Just support your local indie wrestling. It was just very convenient for me. I would love to talk to anyone from Enjoy to kind of just like get their experience of the last 5 years, if they've been a part of it all 5 years. So I will be trying to reach out to some people. I have reached out to some before. I will try again. It's sad. Like, there are so many, like, wrestling is an escape for people. And it sucks. It's very, very sad. So this past weekend, TNA had a pay-per-view. Lockdown. Avery Styles, the son of AJ Styles, the phenomenal son, see what they did there, we love a pun, has officially signed with the company. I mean, it makes sense. Like, your dad was there for so long, of course. I kind of hope he doesn't just stick with being AJ's son, because if you're as talented as you say you are, you don't need to just fully rely on your dad. But that's just me. I don't know. I'm just a girl. I don't know much in that aspect specifically. Thea Hale announced on social media, I believe her Instagram, that she, quote, manifested making herself bald, end quote. She said that she has alopecia areata. I don't think I'm saying the last word right. I'm so sorry. And she showed a picture where, like, there's a part of her scalp that is balding, and hopefully she's able to. I've heard that it's treatable, and it's a scary thing to go through. Especially if, like, you have an attachment. Like, she did the nice red and, like, the blonde everything in her hair, so it's a big change. Hopefully she's doing okay. I know that's, like, a scary thing to go through if it's something you've never gone through before, so hopefully she's doing well. The last two things I have, Grand Slam Paris for AEW will be taking place October 6th. October 6th? Is that just like a normal? Now I'm, like, thinking about it. Hold on. That's a Tuesday. But, like, that's what their flyer said. So I don't know if that's, like, a typo or they're doing a random Tuesday Dynamite. Interesting. It would make more sense if it was October 7th. I also didn't know it was going to be just like a... No, I guess all the Grand Slam shows have been normal. So, yeah, okay. Weird. I definitely wrote that down, not even looking at, like, the calendar. That's okay. And finally, literally announced an hour and some change ago, WrestlePalooza Perth, Australia, takes place Saturday, December 12th. So they're going to get a SmackDown in Perth, WrestlePalooza in Perth, and Raw in Perth. I mean, they love Australia. That's fair. Fingers crossed Rhea's clear by then, so she could be there. If not, I get it. And hopefully she'd still be able to just go over there so she can go home to Australia. But again, what do I know? I'm not a news reporter. I'm not a wrestling reporter. I am simply a woman with a wrestling podcast that people may or may not listen to and people may or may not watch. If you're one of the listeners, hi, hello. If you're one of the viewers, what up? Let's talk today in women's wrestling history. Today is August 27th, and this day 3 years ago, we had All In It Bruv, the original. And there was only one women's match on the card. Shocker. It was Saraya defeating Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Timeless Toni Storm. Or no, she was not timeless yet, I don't believe. 3 years ago? No, she was not timeless yet. And then champion Hikaru Shida to win the AEW Women's World Championship. This was her only reign, I believe, as champion. This All Innit Bruv is special for a few reasons. One, Adam Cole and MJF, the whole debacle, them winning the tag titles and then MJF beating Adam Cole in the main event. He should have won. Shout out to Adam Cole, baby. My little baby back there. This was also when this was All In Brawlin'. This was when CM Punk, CM Phil as we call him here, choked out Jack Perry before his match with Samoa Joe. That's crazy. I forgot that happened here. Like, you just casually choke someone out and then you go wrestle? Or did he wrestle first and then go choke him out? I don't remember. I don't remember the timeline. But I do remember him choking him out and them being like, we have video footage. And it's like the most tame-ass video footage ever. I said it should have been done with puppets. I thought it would have been much more entertaining. What the fuck do I know? But obviously it had to do All Innit Bruv, the original, because we will be talking about All Innit Bruv, the threequel, for the question of the week when we get there. But we aren't there yet. We are on the wrestlers of the week. And ironically enough, it is my turn to go first this week. So my tag team is all tall, strong, beautiful women. They won their trios match on AEW Dynamite. That is, of course, Persephone and Divine Dominion, of course, being Megan Bayne, Megadonis, and Lena Cross. Persephone pinned My World, and as of now, there is not a TBS title match at All Innit Bruv. Tony Khan, fix it. I'm being dead ass. Fix it now. I saw someone do like a fake graphic and it was a ladder match. I was like, that'd be crazy. I'm in. Say less. Take my money. I will not be watching live. I'll be busy. Because I'll talk about all the times that are happening later. Because good lord, Sunday's a busy day for wrestling fans. Early wrestling fans. My female, she made her return after 4 months, defeating Roxanne Perez, Stephanie Vaquer. Never miss a step. Bro, she's so cool. I love Stephanie. Her aura. I know the kids be saying that. I'm 30 now. Her presence, her vibe, everything about her. Her moveset is so cool. And having to deal with Liv Morgan and Raquel. Listen, I'm going to be so for real. And everyone keeps saying it. The Judgment Day needs to end. Like, end it now. Please. Because what are we doing? Dom and JD are beating up Javon after he wins a match. Or has a match. I think he won. I think Javon won. Regardless, they're beating up Javon, who retaliated against them earlier in the night because they beat him up last week. You have Liv not defending her title, which she has to in 2 weeks, against Stephanie Vaquer. You have Raquel, who's the Women's Intercontinental Champion, defending her title against Sol Ruca next week. And then you have Roxanne stuck in this bullshit. Let Roxanne do Roxanne things. The Prodigy. Let her do what she was doing in NXT. Let her run wild and free. Please. For the love of fucking God. Judgment Day needs to end. We don't need Judgment Day no more. No. But anyways, love Stephanie Vaquer. And my Male. My manses. Rey Fénix, the AAA Cruiserweight Champion, I believe. He had 2 matches this week. Mans is cooking. Defeated Dragon Lee in one hell of a fucking match on Monday Night Raw. And then, the next night, defeated EK Prosper. EK Prosper? Eli Prosper. Why can I not remember the first name now? Hold, please. Gonna double check myself. Where? There it is. EK Prosper. Okay. That's why I was getting confused, because it's Eli Knight. EK Prosper. That's why I got confused. Okay. Yes. Rey Fénix putting up 2 good matches back to back. And next week, in Mexico, I think next week, in Mexico City, we are getting, I know it's not in Mexico City. The final is in Mexico. Next week on Raw, we are getting the Lucha Bros versus each other. We're getting Penta versus Rey Fenix. I'm so excited. Sorry for the listeners if that was loud. My bad. It's going to be so cool. Everyone's going to be living their best life. We're all going to have a great time. We as a family are going to enjoy the shit out of that. And let's call a spade a spade. It's probably going to be Penta. But that's okay. We're going to have a great match. And they're going to be great. They're going to have so much fun. So excited. But I do actually need to pull this back up because it is question of the week time. And I need my thing. Where is it? There it is. So, we're going to go in order of things that are happening time-wise. All Innit Bruv this year. The pre-show starts at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, EST. The actual show starts at 1 p.m. EST, which is bananas, right? So let's talk about the matches that are happening at All Innit Bruv that are confirmed. These are the confirmed matches. My shoulder is itchy. Anyways, Labor Simulator. Actually, I need to go to Twitter for the one because it was announced, but not like put on the graphic card yet. That's not who I wanted. I wanted them. Hold. Where'd it go? Oh my god. How many things have been talked about on this fucking page since then? Okay, so we'll start with this because Tony Khan said it on the media call. Tony Khan says the AEW World Trios Championship match at All In April will be a Trios Roulette Royale because he's out here just making up names at this point. 7 trios will compete until one trio or member of that trio remains. Okay? This is happening. So the trios are obviously Hangman and Brodito are trios champions, of course. The Bang Bang Gang, guns up. So I'm assuming that's going to be maybe Colton. Ooh, actually, I don't know. Maybe Austin, Ace, and Juice? I'm not sure the combination, but they have a good roster to like pick from. The dogs, not the fun dogs. So, I mean, Gabe Kidd is no longer injured, which we found out last week. David Finlay and Clark Connors. The Demand, which is Ricochet, Bishop Khan, and Toleona. The Death Riders, who I'm assuming will be Danny, Garcia, Utes, and Tupac, because the other 2 members of the Death Riders are busy that night. The Conglomeration, which I'm assuming will be Orange, Roddy, and maybe Mark Briscoe, because Kyle O'Reilly got his shit fucking rocked on Dynamite and has a black eye. And a wild card trio that he is working to bring in, is the quote from this. Weren't we supposed to get Swerve and some people? You know? So that is one of my things. It's like surprises. A lot of people will be speculating Kofi and Creed will be with Swerve to make up that final trio. That is what the people on Twitter have been saying. I don't know, but a lot of people do speculate that the formerly known as the New Day are going to go there. But that's one match announced. Not on the actual website, though, because I'm on the actual website, folks. 4, maybe Claudio will be in that match for the Death Riders, because only one of them is busy, because it's John Maxley for the the All Elite Wrestling Continental Challenge Cup. The final is, of course, John Maxley, who is our Continental Champion, taking on Nigel McGuinness, who I'm pretty sure has like a broken foot or something's wrong with his foot, yet he keeps beating people. He got it, like I said, he rocked Kyle O'Reilly's shit on Wednesday. I don't know. but they're going to have a match. They're the finals. Nigel may actually win, which would be kind of interesting. But again, it's going to depend on how hurt he is. We also have the Casino Gauntlet match for a guaranteed world title shot. In the number 1 spot, we have Andrade El Idolo. And in the number 2 spot, we have Maxwell Jacob Friedman. More people have announced themselves, like Jericho announced himself and Mark Davis. And I'm going to be so for real. I want none of y'all, except maybe Andrade, to like go after the world title, because that'd be fun. How you know? How you know he's going to not win? In a Falls Count Anywhere match, our first stipulation type match, we're not going to count the fucking Russian roulette or whatever the hell it's called for the trios, because that's just nonsense. Tony Khan's pulling out here. In a Falls Count Anywhere match for the TNT Championship, we have Kevin Knight, our champion, taking on Darby Allin. Shocker. You let Kevin retain here. Like, come on. It's a star. For the AEW International Championship, we have a triple threat or a 3-way. I don't know what the hell they're calling it over there. Menage a trois. We have Kyle Fletcher, who is our international champion. Boo. Taking on Konosuke Takeshita and Kazuchika Okada. Personally, you put it on Takeshita. Because personally, it's fuck Kyle Fletcher. Be so for real. Be so fucking for real with me right now. For the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships, we have Divine Dominion. Obviously, Megadonis and Lena Cross taking on the Brawling Birds. That is Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor. Putting it on the Brawling Birds would be kind of smart. I think that's a good way to go about it. Divine Dominion have had them for quite some time. And I think that way it opens it up to more, like, of the, I don't want to say smaller, like less known, like, height-wise, smaller teams to maybe, like, get a go. Possibly. I don't know. It'll be fun. It's going to be such a fun match, though. Sticking with the tag team theme, AEW World Tag Team Championships, we have Father Christian and Edge, Cope and Cage, taking on the Young Bucks, Mathematics, and Nickelback Jackson. I don't know what you do with this. Like, do you give the Bucks, like, their 5th or 6th title reign? Do you keep it on Cage and Cope? I hate that that's not their names. It's Edge and Christian. Like, do you keep it on? I don't know what you do here. I mean, obviously, they're all going to have fun. We're all going to have fun. They're all going to have a great time. It's going to be a fun match. I just realistically don't know what you do with it. I'm going to be so for real. The AEW Women's World Championship. We have, obviously, our Women's World Champion, Willow Nightingale, taking on Mercedes Moné, who made her first appearance at All In It Bruv, the original, 3 years ago. That's when she, like, broke her fucking foot, so she wasn't able to be on the card. With Willow's broken hand, I don't know if that plays into what they choose to do. Will they change what they want to do? I have just the sneakiest suspicion that they're going to put it on Mercedes. And she'll be intolerable with it because she was when she had 7 titles. So, I don't know. But we in this house, you all know, we love Willow Nightingale here. A precious baby angel, an actual ray of sunshine. And what's probably going to be the main event, because of what they're going to do, for the AEW World Championship, you have the champion, Kenneth Jerome, Kenny Omega, taking on Will Ospreay. Guys, they're in fucking London. They're going to put it on Ospreay. I personally do not care. Ospreay sucks. Not a fan. So, like, I'm down for, like, someone to interfere. I don't know who realistically, like, could interfere in that match if someone does. Kenny, we talked about last week, that this title is Kenny's Green Goblin mask. And I just don't know what they're going to do. Like, do you have Kenny just straight up lose and be like, that's it? Ta-da, adios. I don't know. I'm also just trying to think of granted, there could be, like, surprise people in the Casino Gauntlet match. I talked about the possibility of the New Day showing up as another trio with Swerve, because they literally teased it, like Swerve having teammates. So don't know what the fuck happened to that. I don't know. But like for the women, you could have like Tekla come back, Britt, if people have been clamoring for Britt Baker for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know what you realistically could do, but let's move on to NXT Heatwave, which starts at a whopping 3 p.m. EST. And we have 6 matches. Okay, 6 matches. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. In a submission match, we have Jada Parker taking on Natty. I mean, I don't know, like, what submission does Jada have? She's gonna have to learn. You have to learn today. I have a feeling they probably will have Jada win. So that way this thing with Natty can just be over because it's been happening for a few months. If it hasn't even been that long, that it feels like it's been that long. For the NXT Tag Team Championship, we have Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights taking on the Vanity Project. I don't like the Vanity Project. I don't want anything for them. I don't want them to win the tag titles back. I don't want Jackson Drake to win the North American title. No. I'll take Miles Bourne as a double champion all day, every day. That's Baby Randy. We love Baby Randy. And that was the next match. Of course, for the NXT North American title, you got Miles Bourne, Jackson Drake. Obviously, fuck shit's gonna happen, so Vanity Project are gonna walk away with something, even though I don't want them to. They're gonna walk away with something. And I don't know what I'd rather them walk away with. Because I know Tavion's so pumped about having these tag titles. But, like, Miles Bourne is a singles champion. I don't know. Seti spaghetti. That's what I am. In a winner-takes-all triple threat match to unify the NXT Women's North American title and the NXT Women's Speed title, which I'm kind of okay with them doing. It's fine. You have Zarya, who is the North American champion, taking on Ren Sinclair, who is the Speed champion, taking on Callie Armstrong, who pinned Zarya on NXT to earn her spot in this match. Could Callie come away with an upset? I don't know. I personally love Zarya. And I'd say, like, oh, bring her up to the main. Don't do it. Not yet. We got Lola coming to Raw in a few weeks. Zarya can stay in NXT for a little bit longer. I think it'd be fun if, again, depending on their War Games situation, if you need another very strong, very punk rock type Australian, if Rhea's out, Zarya's right there. And, like, that could be fun. For the NXT Women's Championship, you have Kendall Gray, who is ear injured, taking on Kalani Jordan. And Kalani has said she has never missed, how ironic, Melo don't miss, Kalani don't miss, on her first opportunity at, like, Big Gold. She won the Knockouts title on her first shot. This is her first shot at the NXT Women's Championship. I'm kind of intrigued to see what they do with this. I'm not mad at the fact that Kalani could win. I just like them both. Like, Kendall is the female Kurt Angle. And, like, that's just true. It's damn true. But, like, Kalani's also so good, and it's like one of those things where it's like you realize she hasn't won the NXT Women's title, and you're just like, how? It doesn't make sense. And there have been plenty. Like, Bianca never won the NXT Women's title. Like, and that's bananas. That's bonkers. And what is probably going to be the main event, I'm assuming. I think either the women's title or the men's title are going to main. It's going to depend on what they do. Because the fatal 4-way for the NXT Championship consists of Tony D'Angelo, our former Don, our champion, taking on Grayson Waller, taking on Cruz Montana, taking on Zilla Fatu. don't think they pull the trigger on Zilla yet. Have him win. I don't think so. But I don't know what you do if you have Tony beat all of them. It's I don't know. It'd be crazy to put it on Grayson Waller, and I don't even want to say that out loud because I don't want to put that in the ether. I think you either have Tony retain or you have Cruz Montana steal it. And I don't think there's anyone humanly possible who could interfere in this match. Hell if I fucking know, bro. Hell if I know. But we got plenty of stuff happening specifically on Sunday, which means next week's show is going to be all about the title changes that are more than likely going to be happening. And I'm very excited. And, you know, I can talk more about Penta and Rey Phoenix next week. We can talk about the aftermath of Heatwave for NXT, the aftermath of All In It Bruv for Dynamite. There's crazy shit coming for She-Elite next week. Plenty of things. And I said last week, but I'll say it again. I'll keep reminding y'all. In 2 weeks, September 10th, the 5-year anniversary of She-Elite will be taking place. Hopefully with some special guests. I got to do some asking around real quick. Hit up some people. Set a time. That's going to be the main thing. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned on She-Elite's Instagram and my Twitter, KatieRossin13, for the September schedule that I'll be putting out this weekend. Check out the latest Young Kings Wrestling episode where I got to hang out with my boys again and talk about the first time all of us got to meet in person at SummerSlam 5 years ago. You sensing a theme? The theme is 5. And like I said, you know, follow me on Twitter if you'd like. KatieRossin13. The link tree in my bio, it's going to take you to everything She-Elite Showcase. That is twitch.tv/She-Elite Showcase and youtube.com/She-Elite Showcase. We typically go live Thursdays. The time has varied so much, I can't even say a time wholeheartedly anymore. I would like to hopefully change that for next year, but it might be out of my hands. I hope you all enjoyed Solos Katie round 2 in the past month. I appreciate you all for listening after the fact and watching after the fact. Until next time, bye-bye.